Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gord Lindsay. Dear friends, thank you for watching. What you are about to see and hear is something unprecedented in the history of the national anthems of both Canada and the United States of America. Before we get to that, however, let me explain. The unique treatment of these national anthems, which will follow, serves a purpose, one which will help us to accept and to acclimatize ourselves to something which is coming, something very big, something which will give pause to many of you, but something which ultimately will be for the good of all. My friends, in the not too distant future, at a time yet to be pinpointed, but inevitable nonetheless, Canada, our great nation to the north, will expand southward by annexing our good neighbor, the nation currently called the United States of America. Contrary to fears which may arise from the contemplation of this notion, this will not be a hostile takeover, but one rather of necessity. The United States needs our resources, our fresh water, our ecologically recoverable oil, our endless supply of professional hockey players. Without these and many other such Canadian resources, life, as it is currently known in the United States, would cease to exist. The benefits of this merger, accruing to both of our countries, will abound, manifesting in many areas. Topographically, for instance, the Rocky Mountains, that majestic backbone of our shared continent, will no longer be artificially divided by a man-made border, but will be rejoined into the organic whole it was meant to be. Canadians who might have questions would be wise to contemplate that when this merger occurs, the current United States will become one giant duty-free shop for all of us. And of course, hold-ups at the border will be a thing of the past, there being no border anymore. Here alone, the cost savings benefits will be astronomical and could then be channeled into health care or other valuable services in need of support. Those who currently call themselves Americans can look forward with pride to their novel status as new Canadians. Groups of the old states will form territories in the new Canada, and as is traditional in our country, can even anticipate achieving provincial status within 1 or possibly 200 years. New York, Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island, for instance, will end their existence as individual states and will become the New England territories, if they play their cards right. Over the next century, the province of New England can be their proud legacy. Similarly, the great territory of Texas can hope to become a province, and so can the territory of California, the Midwest territories, and a host of others. In terms of economics, untold billions, even trillions of dollars will be saved on homeland security and national defense, simply because nobody wants to attack Canada or to conquer it. And as part of the new Canada, the current United States will no longer have to constantly look over its shoulder. And as part of the new Canada, it can breathe a sigh of relief that it is no longer the target. And let not fear of reprisal give any current American citizens pause about joining Canada. Canada has long forgiven the abortive attempt on the part of Americans to invade our land in 1812. We repelled that incursion. We scorched the president's mansion so that it had to be repainted white, thus giving rise to its current name as the White House. We hold no grudge. Instead, we extend our hand in friendship and peace to the new members of our Canadian family, with the assurance that they can keep their hockey, baseball, basketball, football, golf balls, and all other essentials of their identity. To emphasize this spirit of siblinghood, acceptance, and welcome, I therefore will now sing the Canadian National Anthem to the tune of the American National Anthem, and vice versa. On a personal note, I would like to dedicate this to Mr. Don Cherry, who, in addition to having heard these anthems many times during his illustrious career, also shares my birthday, which is February the 5th. So far, my only claim to fame. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the new national anthems of siblinghood, peace, and welcome between our two great nations. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons' command, with glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true strong and free, from far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Play ball! My advice to the United States of America.